what I'm talking about.
Hey yo, what is up guys, this is your boy Toy here, and this will be a small video on the skill point system and the tripod system, how it works. Now, I won't be going over every single skill in this video, I will make another one for that, but just to show you how you can actually influence your skill points into that. So let's get it started. Now, once you start the game, you've reached level 10, and after that point, from what I can remember, you start points. Now, if you look at one of my skills, I upgraded these to maximum and it says 1, 2, 3, right? Now for this you actually need a certain amount of points, which is 44. Now on the very first 4 points you get to level 1. On the 20th point you get to level 2, the second row, and on 44 you get to the third row. Now there are a few things that you may want to know, because at level 50 how many points do you get? Well, it differs, because not only do you get points from doing your normal levels, which exponentially rises, because from level 10 to 11 you get 1, but from level 49 to 50 you get about 9 or 10, give or take. Could not remember the exact amount. Now there are multiple ways to influence even more points, and I will be going over that in a little bit, but first let me show you one thing that may be useful to you, which is the skill resets. Now this is what the skill resets look like. There are 8 points into it, but you can actually buy these, and I will show you briefly on where you can actually get them. This is the main city, and into the main city there is this NPC. Now on this NPC, only maybe in the CBT, but hopefully into the release of the game as well, you can buy these reset potions. Reason why I like them is because I'm not Korean. I have to try out certain skills. I can write Korean, but even with Google Translate, some of it absolutely doesn't make any sense. So skill resets can be bought. They're not as much as you think they would be. They're 6.5k gold, so there is a limit on how many you can buy, but still. Alright, so going over that is the skill resets, and now the other factor which will influence everything for you, which are the skill potions. Now I got 14 of them, and what it basically does, right now I'm on 0, 0. If I up these I get to 1, and I can just pop the cherry, simply get them up, right? Now funny thing is, if I exceed the 4 mark, which I did, I can automatically see what is going on. Simple as that. Now one of the biggest questions that I ask myself, like, how the hell do I get these? Because I will need a lot. Now I got 14 points into this, yay, whoop-de-fucking-do. Now there are a few things. If you open up your N, you press N, you see an achievement part. Now I will not be covering that into another video, so please pay attention. It's very easy. So this is one of the very first regions that you get to fight in. Now on this region there is a certainty that you can complete quests, items, etc, etc. Now I will be showing you the diversity on these things. One of them is a world boss. Now world bosses they spawn at a certain rate, but if you kill them you actually get more achievement points. Every 10 you will be able to get up. So if I get this to 50%, I can get 5 more skill points, which is great. Now the same goes for certain types of sceneries that you must have seen. Now these are like with the binoculars, you press G, you see the scenery, you get the achievement. Same goes for cards. Now cards are mostly dropped from monsters, so kill everything in sight, pretty easy. Now these are specific items in which you can get them from monster drops. If you get a monster drop, you simply press the item and you get an X amount of these things. Now currently I have 9 out of 10 of these, and supposedly if I complete this I will get even more percentage up. Now this is something I really don't know what they're like. No idea. Could be either the system about how much interaction you've done with NPCs, but haven't looked that much into it as of yet. These are named monsters. They're like bigger monsters, so if you see a big monster with a lot of HP, try and kill it. It's very easy to get the achievement points from there. Now, as you see, from the very first region, you get 5 here, but that's on 50%, which is a lot. But luckily, we found ourselves one here that you can get within the first 10%. Makes it a lot easier, and they differ, but most of the time, in every case so far, I've seen skill points everywhere. Some of them easier, some of them harder. Another 5 there, and let's go, another 5 there. So I guess my statement, oh, there's even a 10 here. That's actually amazing. Alright, now after you have done this, there are 2 more options. Now there are certain visible quests which allow you to drop even more of these skill potions. Normally you have your main story quest, some finding paths. Now something that looks like this, but this one in particular drops skill potions for either life quests or whatsoever. Now unfortunately this one doesn't, but this is a chain of quests that you need to complete, and most of the time these will either drop the white versions or the yellow versions for skill points. Now that is for the second to last one, and the very final one is something that I have not been able to look into, simply because of the fact is you need to know Korean to make any sense of this shit. Now, some people call these the Grampa Quests. Now, basically what it does is, I actually get one. I say, yay, let's get it. And now a quest pop. Now normally on quests there's one single thing that you need to keep in mind is the quest indicator. You look at it, you see something, you hit something, or you gather something. There's not much that you can mess around with that. Very easy, but unfortunately with these quests you need to talk to certain NPCs. But if you get further down the line, you actually get to kill certain things. Like here, you can kill the 0 out of 100, and at that point you can complete this either on speed or whatsoever. Within the first few minutes you can get like the platinum, and until the 60-minute marker you can get even higher. So supposedly these quests are dailies. I don't know, without an English patch, this is quite impossible for me. Now, if you get these medals in correspondence to whatever you complete, right? So let's say I got this to platinum, I get 50 points. Here you go, 50 medals. Now, in comparison, these 50 points would add up to, let's say, these. Now, the biggest question to me is, can you ever get more than one of these fives? Because the 250 and the 1.5k actually don't add up. So I'm thinking per region you can only do these once, but don't take my word on that. But you can get about everything from here, from legendary items to even pirates and whatsoever. Now these are all of the ways where you can actually get your skill points. Now, as to show you the indication on how many skill points you use per thing, let me just use one of my skill resets. Very easy, there we go. And it says, okay, if I want to get up to 0 to the first line, I need to add in 4 points. Let's add 4 points, there we go. Then from 4 to 20 is the second line. So if I add up to level 7, it will cost me 20 points in total to get it to level 7. And same thing goes to the 14 points that I need from there, which is 3 levels up in there. Makes it actually quite easy. So yeah, that's it for the tripod system and how to use it and where to get your skill points. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. Stay tuned for more. This was Torby. Peace.